Welcome back. So, in this lectures, we are going to discuss the linear state space system. So, in discrete domain, so before proceeding to this lectures, we just going to recall the previous lectures which is related to the signal flow graph representation in discrete form. So in previous lecture, we already discussed the direct form 1, direct form 2, parallel form, canonical form, and sensitivity forms and two-port network forms representation of the signal flow graphs. So in this lectures is main objective to how we are going to represent the state space system and generalization of the transfer function means from the discrete state space system how we are going to calculate the transfer function. Here state space system means we are talking about the discrete domain only, and solution of the state space equations and discrete time state space representation. So generally we are first discuss the continuous or analog state space systems, then its representation, then how we are going to solve or how we are going to convert the continuous state space system into the discrete time state space system. So here let us define the state of the system by an n elements vector that is represented by the small xt. So this xt is known as the state space or state value of the system in continuous domain. So suppose xt is the state space vector having the n number of the states x1t, x2t, dot dot xnt. So this is the column vector, and it also represented in the row vectors like a here we are taking the transpose of this. So note that in this development Vt will be the input. Here we are considering the Vt or Ut, that is the input, and Yt is the output, xt is used as the state variable. So any system can be modeled in the following state space equations. So this is the x dot xt equal to axt plus b into vt, yt is equal to c into xt plus d into vt. Here xt is the state variables of the system, and vt is the input of the system and yt is the output of the system. So this state space equation we can represent in this form. So here you can see that this is the Vt is the input, then B matrix, this is the summation point, this is the integrator. Here 1 by s we can give, or we can give simple integrator symbol. Then here suppose this is the this one is the x, then we are getting this is the x dot t. So this is the integrator. So this is the x dot. So then we can see this xt is multiplied by a, then we can add, and v multiplied by b we can do. So x dot t is equal to axt plus but, and yt, this one is the yt. So this is the output yt. So yt can be obtained. So here uh, y is equal to c times of xt plus v into d into vt. So this is that. And when we are talking the dimension, so where a matrix is called a system matrix, this is called a system matrix, b is called a input matrix, c is called a output matrix, d is called a disturbance matrix. So these state variables x, v, y, what is the dimension? Then these system matrices A input matrix, B output matrix C and disturbance matrix T. Suppose capital N is the total state variables and P number of the input and Q number of the output. We are supposing that a system is there having the capital N is the total state variable and P number of the input and Q number of the output. I am talking about the MIMO system. So order of the X will be N cross 1. So this is the column matrix. Then order of the Y matrix Q by 1. So Q rows are there, 1 is the column. Similarly, we can see V order is the V. We can define V is the order here, the P number of the input. So P by cross 1. So this is the order of the V. And order of the N, we can say this is the N by N. And B, N cross P. And matrix C is the order Q cross N. And D is the Q cross P. How we are going to calculate? Suppose this is the X dot T. So this X dot T, we can say this is the order N by 1. So this one is order and we are getting A into XT. This is the XT. So this one is XT. This is the XT plus B VT. This is the VT. So you can see this left side is the order N by 1. So right side should be N by 1 matrix. So all the multiplication and addition all are should be N by N. So this is also N by 1 and this is the N by N. So when each product this one, this will be cancelled out. We are finally getting 1 by N. And similarly here you can see we are getting N by P. P is the number of input and this is the P by 1. So P will be cancelled out. We are getting N by 1. So all are the in matrix form. So we have to add or subtract or multiply. So we have to check the proper rows and columns. So based on matrix arithmetic operations, we have to apply here. So this is the all about the system. So this works for the all linear system. So this is the linearized system. So we are here talking about the linear system. Now come to the differential equation. So actually time domain system are can be obtained using the differential equations. So which is already discussed. So in continuous time, CT means continuous time differential equation. Suppose this is the differential equation where A1, A0, B0 is the constant value, Y is the output and VT is the input. Suppose we are consider x1t is a state variable that is equal to yt. If we are going to differentiate this, so we can consider here x1 dot is equal to y1 dot. So we are differentiating with respect to time. So we can consider x2 is equal to x1 dot, means this is the x2. Sorry, x1, this one is x1 dot. So here x2 we are considering y dot. We are putting this one. So you know that x1 dot is equal to x2 already calculated, and x2 dot we can put here. x2 dot is equal to minus this one, and y is equal to x1. So y is equal to x1. So we can consider or we can write in the matrix form. So you can see here the x1 dot and x2 dot, these two state variables are there. So corresponding what is the value in this equation, equation 1 and equation 2, you can see from these 1 and 2 equation we can construct the A matrix. So here only x2, so x1 will be absent, so this will be 0, and x2 corresponding coefficient 1, and this is the corresponding minus a naught and minus a1, and this is x1 x2 and b is there. Here there is no b, so we are considering 0 and b naught into v2, and similarly y2 we can write. So in this way we can extend this system nth for the nth order differential equation. We can generalize. So this is the way we can find or we can define uh, differential or we can say state space equation we can get from the differential equation. So you have to model any system in terms of the differential equation, then you can convert into the state space equation. So this is the a continuous time domain state space representation. So here suppose a application we are considering series RC circuit. Here this is the RC circuit in this example. In this example we are considering RLC circuit. What are the state variable? Suppose in this circuit we are considering the state variable is IT. So this is the IT, and voltage across the capacitor we are considering that is the output. So we simply apply the KCL in this equation. So you can apply the KVL. So if when we are applying the KVL in this loop, we can write this is the in the form. So here the simplified form. So we are writing here the YT is the voltage. We are representing in terms of the Y terms. This is the voltage, and current we can also write in form of the YT. So this is the we are getting the first order differential equation because the first derivative, so that is the first order. Then we are comparing the, or we can find a ABC matrix. So we are getting the here the 1 by 1 matrix. So B is the 1 by 1 matrix, C is also 1 by 1 matrix, D is also. So this is the form x1 dot is equal to minus 1 by RC x1 and 1 by RC VT, and YT is equal to 1 x1. So here y dot YT is equal to we are considering the x1. So put all the equation, we can simplify and we can convert into the state space. And this is the series RLC circuit. Here also you can get, here we are getting the VCT. So that is VCT nothing but this is the YT. We are considering this is the output voltage, and current we can also represent in terms of the YT, and we are applying the KVL in this loop. So we are writing in terms of the output and only input equation. Other part we have to eliminate in terms of the output signal. So we are getting the second order differential equation. Why we are getting second order? Here there is an inductor and capacitor, two energy storing devices. So that's why this is the second order. So here only one capacitors, only one energy storage devices. So that's why we are getting the only one first order differential equation. So in this way, when we are considering the x1t is equal to y1 y, and x2 is equal to we are considering that is equal to y dot. When we are putting all the equation and solving, so we are getting a is equal to this one, b is equal to this one, and c is this one, and d. So this is the final state space representation. So you can see. So this is the one example from how we can get or how we can model the electrical network circuit into the differential equation, and from the differential equation we can derive or we can convert into the state space model. So this is the simplest example I have considered here. So this is the a simple example. So you can take a complex example and convert into the state space equation. So now the solution of the state equation, that is also preliminary. So how we are going to find the solutions? All these are the in state continuous domain. So for the revision purpose, so that's why I am just considering the time domain. After that we can go for the discrete domain. So we can recall that this is the a standard representation of the state space equations. So this one, when we are going to solve what is the solution of this equation, so to solve this equation we need to the few mathematical tools. Suppose in exponential series, e to power ax, we are representing 1 plus ax plus x square by factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3 plus x4 by factorial 4, like that up to infinite. If we are putting e to power at, so in place of x we are putting at, so this in the vector form and all the vector in matrix form. So here a 1 is replaced by identity matrix I, and I plus at plus a square t square by factorial 2 plus a cube and t square, that is the factorial cube. So in this case, this is the representation. Here I is the identity matrix by n matrix, and AK is the simple A matrix. AK means A to power k is equal to, that is the equal to, suppose here we have to product A into dot A, this one A dot A dot up to k times. So that is the A to power k. So for any real numbers in time and lambda, a lambda is the eigenvalue. So we can e to power a t plus lambda. So we can simply, you can see here exponential we are adding, and here there simple is a multiplication. So simply when we are multiplying, so we can simply, that is the identity matrix. We are putting the lambda is equal to minus t. So when differentiating this one, so we can get this becomes 0 and here becomes 1. So this is the final series, and we can take the a is a common. So here you can see a is where I am taking the common. So you can say this is the infinite term. So if you are taking something, we are getting the same thing, because the very large value, a infinite value, this series is infinite. We are taking a, so we are getting the as equivalent same value. So like a C, if you are taking one tank water from the sea, so there is no label change in the sea. So that's just like a series. So only we are taking, so that is nothing but a. So we can use these results to show that solution, that x dot t is equal to axt. There is no input. Input is, we are considering 0. So this is the solution. Xt is equal to a to power t into x naught. X naught is the initial value of the state variable. This is the solution. Now come to the solution to the force equation. Force equation, here we are taking the some input. So we already derived xt is equal to a to power at into xt without the force. We have to differentiate in both sides. So when we are differentiating with both sides, we are getting equal to ax. This is the nothing but x dot. So it is referred to as the state transition matrix. E to power at, that is called as the, or also this is represented by phi t, that is called the state transition matrix. So we have considered, this is the already given the state space equation. So x dot this one, so we can take in the left side, we are writing in this way. Here the presence of the input we are writing. So overall this solution from this equation we can write, this is the e to power minus at x dot t8 minus this one. We have multiplied. So same we can write here simply. So finally derivative of these terms we can simplify in this form. So this is the nothing but this is the same input. When we are putting, so already we have derived these terms. So x dot t, so we have to put here, this is the initial value, this is the at this value with presence of the input impact. When we have to divide by this one, so finally we are getting that this is the solution in the continuous domain. So xt equal to a to power at into x naught plus 0 to 2 e to power minus a t minus lambda b v lambda into d lambda. Lambda is the we are integrating this system with respect to lambda. So this is the solution of the force equations, means in presence of the input. So this is the generalization of the solution. So solution of the output equation, similarly we can put yt is equal to cx plus dvt. We are putting the xt value and we are simplifying. So we can get, this is the a solution in presence of the input, and you know that the definition of the unit impulse. So we are getting yt is equal to c e to power at. This is the a, that is called, we can say that the first value, and similarly second part is the, we can write the y2. So recall over the convolution integral, single inputs and single output. For the integral we are multiplication, so we can integrate in this form. So using this lemma we can simplify, that is the ht equal to finally this form. So here I am not going to discuss the detail in mathematical, so you just using this lemma we can simply put here and we can obtain this form. So solution via Laplace transform we can also get. If you want to transfer this state space equation into the transfer function, or we want to take the Laplace transform of this system into the other. So previously we are applying the solution in terms of the differential equations with respect to time domain. If we are going to obtain the solution of this equation in form of the frequency domain, then we have to take the inverse of the Laplace down, then we can apply. So here we are taking the Laplace transform, so with the initial value, so this is the, and we are simplifying, and finally we are getting the x is equal to this one. Then comparing these two, this solution, so you can see this one is the equivalent to this value. So here reveal that the a to power at is equal to, that is the nothing but Laplace inverse of si minus a inverse. So this is the transition matrix. So transition matrix we can calculate. We have to first calculate si minus a, then take the inverse, then we have to take the Laplace inverse. We can find the transition matrix. So continuing with the output equation. So this is the output equation. Same, we have to take the Laplace inverse from this one. We are putting, and finally we are getting the zero initial condition. So we are getting the hs into xs, where hs is equal to c into si minus a inverse b into d. So this is the transfer function of the system. So when we are want to transfer the state space equation into the transfer function, so we can directly put the transfer function c into si minus a inverse into b plus d. This is the transfer function equations. So these are the already discussed. So presentation, here we are just going to discuss the what are the representation of discrete time state space. Same. So here we have to consider the transfer function provided a system input output mapping. So uk is the discrete, having the zk out gz is the transfer function, and output is the yk. This is the input is the discrete, system is also, transfer function is also discrete, then we are getting the discrete output. So state space model provide access to what is going inside the system in addition to the input out mapping. So we have to idea about this system, but in transfer function we are not get the idea about the systems, only we know about the input and we are getting the output. So in state space, either it's continuous or discrete, we have the idea about the systems. We inside what will happen. So all these state variables dynamics we know in state space equation. So what's going inside the system is called the systems states. That is represented by system states. So internal states of a system at time k is equal to 0 is the minimum amount of the information at k0 that together with the input uk, where k greater than k naught. So uniquely determine the behavior of the system for all k greater than k0. So state space the model describes this is systems dynamics via two equations. First is the state equation, describe the how the input influence the state, and output equation describe the how the state and the input both directly influence the output system. So first this one is the influence by the only input. When we are apply the input, what are the effect of the state variable? Then this is the output. Output is going to change with the change of the input and state variable. So this is the discrete LTI state space model in the form where k is the integer value. So here x k plus 1, this is the nothing but x dot t in time domain. When we are representing in discrete domain, so this x k plus 1. So this is the first derivative. So we have to add k plus 1. So f xk plus guk yk is equal to c into xk plus duk, where f is known as the system matrix in discrete form, and G is the input matrix in the discrete form, C is the output matrix in discrete form, D is the disturbance matrix in discrete form, and xk, uk, yk, all these are the state vector in discrete domain. So this is the representation, and order and size, everything we can consider as the same in the continuous domain, which is all in previous slide we already considered. So this is the state space representation. So in discrete domain, xk is the state vector. So x1k, x2k dot dot xn. Suppose n by 1 is state vector of the nth order system. Similarly, uk is the system input, yk is the defined output. So we can write D is the scalar vector. So F matrix, that is the system matrix, F11, F12, all these elements are represented in discrete domain. So we have to apply to the sampler and then quantization of the continuous system, then we can get the F, G, C and D vectors, these system matrices. So you can see that here the size is the n by n, and G is the n by 1, and here the C is the 1 by n size. So here one consider the only one input and one output. So they based on, they are considering here n number of the output. So based on these are the representation of the state space. How we are going to describe, we will discuss in the next lecture. So in this lecture we already discussed the representation of the state space system in time domain, generalization of the transfer function in time domain, solution of the state equation in time domain, and discrete state space representation in discrete domain. So this is all about this lecture. Thank you.